it safe to come back from vacation? What's up, everyone? How's it going? I'm back. It's so good to see each and every one of you. We've got so many people here. The chicken is excited to see you. Hold on, let's see who we've got here. Andrew T. Weller, bring on the chicken. I will be bringing it. The chicken will be brought. It'll be brung just for you and for everybody else. Annalie Brown, welcome. So glad you could make it. Francesca Maria, welcome. It's good to have you back. Who else we got here? Kathleen Falls, good to see your name again. Here, welcome. Sorry I was gone for so long. I was gone a while. I know I said I was gonna be gone for a week on vacation, and I loved it. I loved every last minute of it, and I was so in love with it that I just forgot to come back. I got lost on vacation, and that was in May. Not much has changed since I was gone, and now I'm back. Really, nothing has changed. I'm in the same place. We have the same setup here. And what else is new? I've got the same sweet, sweet apron. Thankfully given to me by Christy. It's so good. I hear good news for you guys. Congratulations. If you're there, if you're out there, I can't see you. You're the only ones I can't see. Craig, yeah, good point. You're the only ones I can't see. Yeah, no, this is basically like a Zoom call now. I mean, that was not a thing, I think. At least it wasn't for me back before I got off the air. Now Zoom calls are huge. Everybody's doing them except me, and I don't have to. It's so nice. But this is my Zoom call to you. It's a Zoom calling. Okay, let's get a cocktail going here, shall we? I know we're kind of gabbing here. I just missed you so much. And I hope you can see that I'm not lying on my face. I lie. Everything else I've said has been a lie, except that. That has not been a lie. Okay. Let's get a cocktail going here. I'm gonna make for you guys, well, it's actually just gonna be for me, but I'm gonna make a cocktail that I came up with last night. So last night I was really hankering for a jungle bird cocktail, which, if you're unfamiliar, actually, you know what? If you are familiar, it is rum, Campari, a little bit of pineapple, and some lime. Some people throw simple syrup in there. I don't like that. I think it's already pretty sweet enough, so I don't think it needs it. But I didn't have any pineapple juice, because I never have pineapple juice. And so I decided just to throw in some OJ instead, and I think it's fantastic. I think you're gonna like it. I'm just really talking to myself here. But I think it's gonna be pretty good. Yes. Congre Burguito, it does look bomb and it tastes bomb. That's the most important part. That's how it tastes. Also bomb. All right, let's get some cocktail stuff going here. I feel like this is the first time I've been back in the kitchen since I last left you guys, and I'm like, what? I don't even know how stuff works. I spent the last hour in here just like testing everything out, making sure the connection was good. I had like several private streams going on, and which is a personal problem. But yeah, I had several private streams going, just testing it out. Let me know if something's not right, and make sure you at me so that I can see it in like the red thing, but let me know if something's broken, or if you can't hear me, I'd like to know that as well. That might even be better for you. I don't know. Maybe not hear me talk at all would be better. I don't know. Okay. Oh, Congre, did you mean this one? This is also the bomb. It looks the bomb, tastes the bomb, is the bomb. This is just a little bit of LaCroix with, bubblegum stock. I read this in a book. I went through like a couple week phase where my wife and I were doing like mocktails, and it's this book called Zero by the same people who did the Aviary cocktail book, which is the cocktail book for the Aviary bar, which is the bar related to Alinea restaurant in Chicago. You know, world famous, super fancy, high end, but like almost artistic in a sense. It's not like white tablecloth French restaurant fancy. It's like, you know, things come on like the food comes like in bite-sized pieces, swinging from a some sort of device. Anyway, that's they have a non-alcoholic cookbook called Zero. I would highly recommend checking it out. If you look up Zero non-alcoholic cookbook or something, go find it, because there's so much fun stuff in there that you can also put in cocktails. So that's what I've been doing. But my wife, my wife like flipped through the book and picked one, and I made bubblegum stock, which all you have to do is find yourself some bubblegum, and you just peel it all, put it in a sous vide bag, and with a little bit of water. It's like a 4-to-1 by weight ratio, in case you're curious. 4 water, 1 gum, and you sous vide it for like 4 hours, and it's like this pink stock. I'll show you what it looks like. Bubblegum juice. That's it, and it tastes just like the gum. It's but like it's almost like, you know, Crystal Light, that stuff that you can like mix into water. It's like Crystal Light if it tasted good. But I think it's fantastic. Chic Geek, what's up? Welcome back. What else we got? Yeah, am I missing anything? No. Anna Lee Brown, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Do it. All right, so that's that drink. Let's keep making this drink. This one's more important. All right, gonna chill this bad boy down. Let's get to mixing. Okay. Some room here. I'm all out of practice. Gotta get squeezing. And a knife. Probably shouldn't do that. I would not recommend doing the sock slide with a knife. Not a good idea. Do as I say, not as I do, kids. Gross. Okay. Let's get some lime juice going here. I love citrusy drinks just because they're kind of, you know, I just washed that and dry it all the way. But citrus drinks are so much fun because they're kind of zesty, light. They're perfect for summer. They're a perfect way, I think, to kind of get the appetite going for our big dish today, fried chicken. It's gonna be so good. Let's get some lime juice in there. I don't know, but do you guys do fried chicken at home? Is this like, is it weird? I mean, I didn't really do it. I did it a couple years ago for the 4th of July, and then I haven't done it since. And then this year I did it for the 4th of July and loved it so much. I did it like a week later, and then a week after that. And then I think between the 4th of July and now, I've had fried chicken maybe 4 or 5 times. And I say that proudly. That's a weird thing to be proud about, but I am. I'm very proud of it. All right, leave that there. What's everybody else drinking? You guys drinking anything? No? Yes? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Bleep. Oh, you know what? I do want to take a couple of peels off this guy first, just to save for the drink itself. Here. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna peel the whole thing. Why not? Maybe I can save them. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll save them. Maybe I'll put them in a little bit of simple syrup or something, and so it's kind of, yeah. All right, there we go. Hold on. Where'd it go? I had it in here somewhere. These are also a new thing. I think since you and I last hung out, that's a plural you. And they've been, like, I love these things. We started getting takeout from a Mexican restaurant up the street. And no, these are common. They call them whatever, the deli size things. And now these are like all I use for food prep and for food storage, just because they're all the same size. I also know that this is 1 cup and the pint size one is 2 cups. It's very handy. But if everything's the same size, everything stacks nicely. I love it. Oh, so good. Okay, save this. Let's squeeze some OJ. Francesca, you look thin. Yeah, I did lose a little bit of weight. I gained some from COVID. I mean, not having it, but you know, the COVID-19 didn't move at all. I gained some of that and then lost a lot of it. Not a lot of it. Some of it. Also, not working out. That does it too. I mean, not that I was like, you know, juiced up before. Actually, that's probably not even accurate. You know what? I have an orange squeezer. That might be better. That's probably not why I look smaller or look thinner. That's probably not it. It's not like, yeah, I used to work out a lot. I used to be pretty muscular, and then I stopped. No. Nope. Oh, mint simple syrup, Annalie Brown, great idea. I always have some of that on hand in my kitchen. Not that you asked, but I just, you know, that's something that we have in common. Isn't that nice? How's everybody else doing? Hanging in there? Still alive? Still kicking? Still enjoying every last minute of this pandemic? Oh, it's so nice. I don't want it to end. What brand is the squeezer? Ooh, oh, this one. So this orange one that I don't love, but I just love the size. Like, it's big enough that it works for oranges, is IMUSA. I think it was just one of the generic ones on Amazon. The only one this one I care a lot more about because I've broken so many of these. Maybe this was when I worked out or something, but I've broken them right at the hinge on the lemon ones. There's actually one it's like yellow. It's the handle and everything is yellow, but then it's got like a metallic hinge here, and that thing just cracked. It was super cheap, did not work at all. So watch out for that one. Andrew, can you make simple syrup in a microwave? Yeah, turns out. Have I mentioned that ever here on the show? You know, I don't know. Stop me if I said this before. It's not, yeah, you can make it. But for some reason, like, I've redesigned my site recently, and actually in the last, I think it was maybe, when was it? A few months ago. Oh, I don't quite have enough. I'm gonna have to go with another orange. Like a few months ago, all of a sudden that I noticed, like, all the traffic coming to my website was going only to how to make simple syrup in a microwave. And it's not like I was losing traffic to other pages, or I mean, other pages were losing traffic to that one. It was everybody only came to my website, and that's like, before I might have gotten like 100 hits a day, and then all of a sudden I was getting like 1,000 hits a day, only going, or 500 hits, only going to that one thing. I don't know what happened, but somebody said something, and they were like, hey, you should go check out Anthony's How to Make Simple Syrup in a Microwave page. Don't know why. Don't care. I'm very thankful. That's great that if people are finding me. Although I think they get there and then they're like, this guy's a joke. Which is fine. That's fine too. See, the reason I don't like this orange one is the liquid comes shooting out of everywhere. And I'd much rather it go out of the holes that it's designated to come out of. I don't know why. It's just coming out of every hole. See, and I gotta like cover this up. I don't want it to go shooting over there. No, well, that was not your voice. See? Oh man, almost got it. Yeah, I gotta like protect everything. I don't want this firing out there. All right, is that enough? Do we have enough juice? Come on. Gotta get the show on the road. All right, there we go. You know what? We actually don't. We can just hang here and enjoy each other's company. So it's 1.5 ounces of OJ, 1/2 ounce of lime juice. And then 10 seconds of dead air. Okay, good. Let's get this there. We're done with our squeezers. Quick rinse. Good. Okay, now let's get some good stuff going on here. Robik's back. Hey, Robik, good to see you. Oh, no, that's Campari. Yeah, we need 3/4 ounce of this. Started pouring without looking. It's dangerous. Clankety clank. And 1.5 ounces of rum. Now, normally I would recommend going with an unaged rum. El Dorado actually makes, have I already talked about this? Anyway, I'll tell you again. El Dorado is my absolute favorite rum. This is their 8-year, which is amazing. even just neat. It's very good. But they also make, I think it's a 3-year, it's like a, you know, it doesn't have a color on it, but it's just clear, it's silver, whatever. I don't like when they say like, oh, it's a gold rum. No, tell me the year. You're like a rum then, not like a crappy tequila. All right, are we gonna have full ounce and a half? Yes. Might not be able to have 2 of these though. And it's cheap too. Eldorado, I don't know why. It's Guyanian, that makes a difference, but it's so cheap. Like a fifth of the regular stuff is like $15 here in New York, which means it's probably free everywhere else. And then 8-year stuff I think is maybe $25 here. Super good, I love it. It's my favorite. Did I mention that? It's my favorite. Okay. Good, all right, so let's get to shaking. I'm going to drop the volume just for a minute, just so I don't blow out your guys' speakers. Bear with me. Perfect. All right. Yeah, Bill, I saw your comment there about cutting the citrus into like smaller pieces. I've tried that, but I feel like then it just, I didn't want to bang it, so I didn't want to hurt your ears. But yeah, I feel like when I cut it up or something, then it just kind of smears around. That's why I kind of like, it's almost like the pith and everything holds it in, so that when you squish it down, it all comes out. Is that very clear? I don't know. Okay. Double strain action here. And then there's a little left over because it's a larger drink. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Little garnish on this guy. Boop. Look at that, so much. I wish I could just do a close-up slow-mo for you, but I can't, so I'm just gonna drink it instead. All right, cheers. So good to see you. Hope you're enjoying Pandemic and Not Dead Yet. That is so good. It could actually, I might use a little bit more Campari. Maybe next round, I'll bump it up to an ounce. That was only 3/4 ounce. But yeah, I'm very pleased with that drink. It's not quite a jungle bird. This is a jungle flamingo. It replaces the pineapple with orange juice, but it's close. Legophile 88, welcome. I got your email, thank you for that. Oh man, this is super tasty. Okay, good there. I'll step out of the way. We'll save you for later. All this stuff is good. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know yet, I'll plug this now. I started up a podcast. You might have seen it on my YouTube page where I've been posting clips from it and then also the full episodes. I'm basically branching out, trying something new. I got bored one day and I thought, let's just create a podcast. So check it out. If you like it, great. If not, don't worry about it. But you can find me anywhere podcasts are found. Apple, Spotify, I don't know. There's a bunch of others as well. But yeah, check it out. Or you can just check it out here on YouTube. That's, whatever your jam. Because I do video and audio so that you can see while you hear. Yeah. Oh, I should point out, that's not cooking related necessarily. Sometimes I talk about cooking things, but a lot of the stuff is just others. I'm just trying to, I got so much funny inside of me. I got to vent it out somewhere. It's got nowhere else to go. So I put it there on the podcast. But yeah, if you like it, great. Hopefully you do. All right. Is my mom, oh, DTL, mother, welcome. I was so happy you could make it. I didn't know if anybody was actually gonna show up because I only notify people via my newsletter, and then I posted this on YouTube because I got rid of all social media. So I didn't know if anybody, but I'm so happy you guys found me. Even my mom, who I didn't even let her know. I didn't text her or anything for no good reason, mother. I didn't. It's not like I was trying to. Don't tell my mom, guys. We don't want her coming. And then we just make fun of you the whole time. Or just make fun of my impression of you. Oh, that was me. Oh, that was bad. Anyway. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys came. All right. Got our cocktail done. This is great. Good heavens, that is so good. I kind of like that cocktail, I don't know if you can still see it. Yeah, I kind of like that it's not quite really bitter, but it's not really sweet. That OJ kind of mellows it, and then the lime gives you a little punch. But and then the rum is kind of sweet, you know, sweet in flavor. Like it isn't really sweet. It just kind of tastes sweet. That makes sense. I could be not making any sense. I could be gone mentally. I could actually have. Do you guys ever have that fear, like where you think you're making sense, and then what's coming out is pure gibberish? That's most of the time substantiated in my case. So, all right, dry this off. I got new pink towels. Aren't they great? Oh God. That's what we've been doing to occupy our time. Pink towels. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 things today, not 4. 2, just 2. We're gonna be making fried chicken is 1, and then we're also gonna do some roasted green beans with a little bit of ricotta salata on top at the end, and some pepitas, I think, because I've got them and I need to use them up. That's pumpkin seeds, in case you don't habla español. And then, what else? I think that's it. I've got a bunch of stuff in my fridge. I don't know about you guys, but this is one thing the pandemic has kind of forced me to do is, back in the day when it was early, you know, COVID stuff, it was difficult to get groceries on demand, you know, next day kind of thing. So then I started having to do like bulk orders where I'd get like farm boxes and those kind of things. They're literally farm boxes. I don't know why I put that in quotes. But then I have a tiny fridge, you know, I don't want all, there's only 2 of us. We're not gonna be eating all this food all the time. So now, one good thing I learned from all this, among others, is that I have like a food processing morning whenever new stuff comes in, where I'll get the box delivered, and like if there's broccoli, you know, with stems on and crowns and everything, I'll break it down. I'll either cook the stems that day. I'll just pressure cook them immediately with a little bit of butter and salt, and then I'll puree it to make soup that I'll just keep put in the fridge, and then or I'll freeze all the stalks, and then I'll take all the broccoli florets and cut them up, put them in a bag in the fridge so that I can just grab and go roast them. I don't have to like do all sorts of meal prep all week. So basically kind of front loading some of the meal prep. This may not be news. There's so many of you with families that do this normally, but this was a new thing for me, and it's been nice. I kind of like it. You know, anytime I wash all the vegetables when they come in, that kind of thing. So that's really it. All right. So for the green beans, we're just gonna do a simple preparation on these. This is how we make green beans most of the time. Even ergo ver, you know, the thinner ones, the ones with the attitude, I treat them the same way. I either roast them at super high temp for just a few minutes, or I'll karate chop them. No, what's the broiler? That's it. Broil them. That's the other option. It looks dark over there, says Lingophile. Well, I don't have any lights on except one light. That's why. I thought I'd try something new. You know, just to basically put the spotlight on me and the food, and then, I don't know, that's really it. All right, let's jump to the split screen. Pew. Okay. Good. Good, okay, so we'll just position this right. See, this is the thing I have to remember. Like, I gotta remember how to do the split screen stuff. All right. Yeah, Bill, that's what I do. So for the broccoli stems, whenever I make the soup out of them, sometimes I don't even slice them. Sometimes I just put them in the pressure cooker whole. And 10 minutes later, they turn into mush. That's one thing I love about the pressure cooker is super high temp, well, you know, 250 degrees or so, and high temp, high pressure. It cooks them down so fast. I don't even peel them. I cut off all the florets, and then sometimes slice them up, like, you know, so that they cook a little faster. But yeah, 10 minutes in the pressure cooker, and I do 10% by weight butter, 1% by weight salt, and I have a soup done. Puree it, put it in my little containers, and then come service time, I'll put a little bit of olive oil on there, maybe some crunch like in the form of toasted almonds or something like that, just for fun. That's what I do. Anyway, highly recommend you do that too. A bowl. I was actually surprised how broccoli-ish that it tasted. You know, the soup actually tastes like broccoli. Oh, see, this is another thing. This was all prepped. Normal, you know, yeah, you can buy them in a bag and stuff, but my wife actually took care of these. Lauren, she washed these, you know, did a little sipperoos, so then it was ready to go, so that I don't have to spend all this time prepping. I can just spend all this time talking at you. Mother, am I still juicing them in my new juicer? No, you know what? I haven't juiced broccoli. Okay, just in case anybody's curious, I did get a juicer. That was another COVID thing, a new toy that I absolutely love, but I didn't get it for the health reasons. I'm not one of those health nuts. I'm not doing the juice-only diet kind of a thing. If that's you, that's fine. Nothing against that. I just want everybody to know that I didn't buy it for the health reasons. I bought it because it's a fun kitchen toy. I have been making ginger syrup. Okay, I'll stop telling you. People are like, we don't care what else you're cooking. We just want to know what you're making right now. Make it with us. Okay. Is he still talking? Yeah. That's generally the case with me, by the way. If you ask the question, is he still talking? Probably a yes on that. Okay. Let's just do this. Whoa, olive oil everywhere. Sweet. Get off my pewter. All right. That's good. Linguophile. Juicing is bad. You drink all the sugar, none of the fiber. I don't care. It tastes good. And I'm not doing it like, I'm not drinking. The only things I really juice regularly, I juice celery because I love a little bit of celery juice in the morning. Sometimes, oh man, sometimes it's just really nice. It feels like a treat, you know? And it's so salty naturally. Oh, it's so good. And then ginger. I juice a lot of ginger for cocktails because then I mix it. I take all the ginger juice and do a 2-to-1 ginger to sugar. So it's almost like making simple syrup, which I have a recipe for on my website. It's already up there in case anybody's thinking like, hey, Anthony didn't put it up. But I do have a ginger simple syrup recipe on the site, which is just ginger slices in regular simple syrup. But this takes it to a whole nother level. It's spicy. There's a burn to it, like in a good way. I've been making cocktails with it, and it is phenomenal. Oh, I made one cocktail with the ginger syrup and mezcal, and then I shake it with a little lime juice and coffee beans. I call it the Smoky Barista, and it is fantastic. You get a little smoke, kind of. It's like mezcal is like a smoky tequila kind of. It's like the Scotch equivalent of whiskey, you know, loosely, and it's super good. And then with the ginger burn in there, a little lime, and then the coffee beans, which I double strain out so you're not chewing on beans. So good. Oh god, so good. Oh yeah, Bill, broccoli and Velveeta soup, yum. I take the broccoli stems, and when I blend them or puree them, I actually throw in cheese. As well. So I did one the other day. Well, hold on, let me clean up my hands here. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy to see you guys. That's hold on. Whoops. Still here. Not dead yet. Okay, so I know the color is drab and gross, but this is what the soup looks like, you know, after I'm done with it. And this is actually a roasted, this is a cauliflower leek soup that I got one of those farm boxes. I'm like, I don't really want to have all this stuff in the fridge. Broke down the cauliflower, roasted that, took the stems and leaves and stuff, pressure cooked those with some leeks, blended it all up. So good. Although I made this earlier this week and haven't touched it, I think because the color just looks like puce. It's not a very sexy color, so. Okay, that's good. These are ready to go. I'm not gonna do these until kind of the end, so let's just. Okay. The recipe happened to include the microwave. Which one, Linguify? Which recipe? Whoops. Maybe it does actually, because I think the microwave is one of the most underused tools in my kitchen, at least. I love it. You can even make simple syrup in the microwave. Okay. I know it's going to be difficult to see a look, kind of. Is that better? Okay, we'll try that. This is what we're going to be deep frying in, mostly because it's deep. But also, I love deep frying in this pressure cooker because the narrower the diameter of the pan, the less oil I'm going to have to use. And I'm kind of a cheapskate, so I don't want to use a whole bunch. You can tell how the handle's super oily. You can tell how much of a cheapskate I am by the fact that I'm using Puriola, which I'm uncomfortable saying. This sounds like a body part that was later renamed to make it sound a little more appealing. But yeah, Puriola, and it was in the bargain bin, I think. It doesn't even have a Best Buy date because it's never good. But it's hard to have a Best Buy date. It can't go bad if it was never good in the first place. Okay. But yeah, Puriola. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm enough of a cheapskate where I don't want to use so much oil to cook all this stuff. Plus, the deeper the pan, any sort of, errant bubbles that might pop up get stuck right in the pan. They don't go anywhere else. Well, has anyone seen chicken yet? Okay, this is basically a Wizard of Oz thing. There's really nothing behind the curtain here. There's no chicken. Okay. I'll get some chicken for you. I got the bird for you. It would have been better had I don't have chicken, but I have the bird. That would have been a better thing, depending on how you want to. I don't want to get like, oh, you can't see me. Oh, dang it. I forgot we're not on the widescreen view. Here is the chicken. Can you see that now? Okay, so here's the chicken. This is the easiest recipe in the world, I think. And I got this out of Guess Who. It was a Thomas Keller recipe originally. I've simplified it down, but here, all we're doing here, is that easier to see? Or you know what, let me start heating the oil and then I'll tell you all about my simplified recipe. Get so excited, Okay, surprise, surprise, we don't have enough of the Puriola. Makes me kind of go away again. Okay. And then this is like some decent brand stuff. I don't know what it is. I'll check in a second. Okay, so I'm only filling it kind of up to here. Oh, Crisco. Okay, so it's like the real thing. You know what? I've even deep fried with olive oil before. It works just fine. Obviously you got to keep the temperatures in check, but today we're only going up to 340. We're going to start at 320 for the bottom half of the chicken, and then for the upper half we're doing 340. Anyway, that's where we're going. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this recipe, super easy. I always buy full chicken. Well, not always. I actually have a package of thighs in there, which I could fry up instead. Oh God, okay. But anyway, all we're doing here, I broke down the chicken into a 10-piece cut. So that's, the wings are 2 pieces, the breasts we cut in half, so that's 4 pieces, and then the thighs and legs are another 4. So 2, 4, 4, perfect. So, and then I brine them for 12 hours. With a 6% salinity brine. So I made I used a liter of water, 1,000 grams, and then 60 grams of salt, kosher salt. 6% salinity brine, and then stuck it in a plastic bag with the chicken, put it in a bowl in the fridge, 12 hours, pulled it out. I let them air dry in the fridge for 24 hours. You don't have to do this, the recipe doesn't call for it, but I thought, maybe if we could dry out the chicken just a little tiny bit, like especially the skin, because I want that to crisp up as much as possible. I don't know if it makes a difference. I haven't tested this, you know, with some that are air dried, some that weren't. I feel like I have a hair in my mouth, so pardon me for just a second. I think I got it. That was an uncomfortable sensation. Oh, I just got a text message. This just in. This is really closing the loop here for video, or for, you know, YouTube. This makes it more like a Zoom, but this is closing the loop here for a YouTube video live. My father also uses Crisco for frying, for deep frying, except his is not the pure vegetable oil. He's sprung for the fancy frying blend. So I don't know, Pops, if you're still listening, what's the blend? What are we talking about here? What do we got going on? Anyway, so this is it. The 8-piece, 10-piece chicken cut. I'm not doing the wings. I save those for chicken stock because they're so gelatinous, so much skin. It's so perfect, and I don't like eating them, especially when they're fried. I actually love eating them, but not when they're fried. Maybe that's a better way to put it. All right, I had so many random stories that I was going for. This is just a regular candy thermometer. We're gonna bring it up to 320 for the, what did I say? For the lower half of the chicken. There we go. Thanks, me. And then 340. This is all in Fahrenheit. So for the rest of you in the world, I think the Ravix, I don't know what that would be in centigrade. Let me guess. 40? No, I'm not gonna guess. Don't know the answer. I really wanted to play, but I'm not going to. You know what? I am gonna add just a little bit more oil just in case. The last thing I want is it to get to the bottom and stick, so. You can also use any pan you want for this. Deeper obviously is better, but if you have a Dutch oven, that would work just fine. I usually find though that, again, with the wider diameter, I've got to use so much more oil to get the same depth. And I mean, this is up to like here. Ow, that's warm. It's up to here now. And I think this will be great. Okay. What else? Yeah, good, all right. Yes, Ravik, my jugs are gigantic. They are, but they're perfect for deep frying, because it's single use. We're just gonna use it, and unfortunately we do need a lot of it. I think one of these things cost me like $9 at the store, and I'm using half of it, which I think on a per meal basis, $5 for one meal is a lot of oil to use, but whatever. It's so worth it. This is I'm not kidding when I say this, it's the best fried chicken I've ever had. Mine. It's not only my best, it's the best. A friend of mine said, well, I didn't know you liked fried chicken so much. We should go out to this other place. And I told him, I said, I love fried chicken, but I love my fried chicken. It's not gonna be the same. This is really so good, and I think the brine has to do with all of it. Now, Thomas Keller does use a whole bunch of extra flavors in there. He puts like herbs and lemons. And after a lot of research, I think the extra flavor is bunk. I know that's not a popular thing to say, especially to my hero, TK. But I can't taste it. I can't taste it in there. And a lot of the science says that the flavor molecules are too large to get in. Salt and water can pass, but like the lemon flavor isn't gonna get in there. I don't know if that's true, but I read it on the internet, so I think it is. Bill Woods asks, do I strain and reuse the oil? No, not at all. Never even thought about it, only because that seems like a lot of work. I've gotta wait till it cools, strain it. I guess I could, because I just end up dumping it all anyway with a handy helping of soap to go down the drain cleaner. I don't want that sticking in there. But yeah, I don't know. No, I've never drained it. I could. I don't want to. That's like a $5 that I would be okay spending, I think. I'm good. But have you? Do you do it, and does it work? I'd like to know that. Ravic, yeah. I would expect there to be no corn shortage either. I know I'm kind of jumping on everybody else's conversation, but I never did get corn. I think I can now. The canned corn was tough to get. We can get corn on the cob. That's fine. I can get that. And I did get plenty of that. Oh, I juiced corn. Oh my God, that was such a tasty experience. So good. And then I tried to, I don't know if somebody out there can tell me why this happened, but I simmered the corn juice thinking, what if I reduce it down, maybe caramelize it a little bit, maybe and kind of concentrate the sweetness. But it turned to pudding. Like it was the texture of pudding. I could stir it, and eat it. It was very tasty. But I didn't know that would happen. I love juicing carrots. That's fun just for the color alone, and it's kind of sweet. For cocktails, oh, so many great cocktails coming out of that. Craig, it goes down my drain just fine, the oil. I have no problem getting it down there. But again, with soap. I put a lot of soap in just in case. And I haven't had a problem. I think I can hear the sourdough starter, though, crawling back up, because I did dump him down the drain. I know you're not supposed to do. Oh, I gotta get my dredging stations ready. Anthony, come on, dude. You're not gonna pour this. Oh God, Anthony. Hold on. What am I doing? Talking is the answer. Okay, that's good. That won't fall. Let's do this. This. Flour. I just got that, right? There it is. Do you guys see my video on my new favorite kitchen gadget? It's the labeler. It's my favorite thing in the world. It makes everything so much more fun. I now know that this is flour because I couldn't look at this before and see that it was flour. But now I see the label and I'm like, oh, that's flour. We're not measuring, it doesn't really matter. It does, because I don't want to have a whole bunch of extra. So I don't know, this is like a cup. I'll do cut like a cup and a half, I think. It doesn't matter. I know everything else, I'm like, oh, I gotta weigh it per gram. It's gotta be whatever percentage. And then this one, I'm all like, I don't measure. Fine. Okay. Okay, good. There we go. So I'm just using paprika and cayenne. You can kind of season it with whatever you want. I mean, you could try some oh, you know what? I do have garlic powder. Let's do that. This was a recent addition to the spice rack. I haven't had garlic powder in ages, and then I don't know what we made the other day. I'm just gonna say some garlic powder. That was maybe like a tablespoon. And then I like paprika. I like the smoked paprika because most paprika I can't taste, and this at least smells good. That's like that's a tablespoon. I'll do another one. We're done with this. What else? What am I missing here? All right. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Perfect. It's amazing the color difference. This is the exact same, same brand. Maybe it's totally different. But I don't know if you can see. Don't start popping at me, little boy. Maybe I'm spitting too much here. No, I don't know if you can tell. But there's like 2 shades of red now from this, the old stuff and the new stuff. And I think it's because the old stuff might have been like 6 months old. Maybe, 3 months old or something. I wonder if that's why. I don't know. I try to clear mine out, frequently, but I guess I may not have this time. Good. kind of like it to be a light pinkish hue. You know, it's not gonna matter that much. The chicken's already seasoned. That salt brine makes sure there's plenty of salt in there. It also pulls moisture in, which I know, I say this normally that I want to taste the flavor of the meat, not the water. But in this case, I almost don't mind that there's a little extra moisture in there. Like it doesn't, I think it's fine, especially when we're deep frying, and it ensures that you get this hard, crispy exterior and this really juicy interior. It's perfect. Okay, that's good. Let's get some bowls ready. Except I think I had like 6 servings of pasta today, and I don't have too many bowls free. We'll make it work. Okay, so let's do, whoops, sorry for the clanking. Put this there, this here. All right, I'm gonna zoom out on the overhead. Maybe that'll help. Maybe you can see then. Boop. Okay. Does that help? I don't know if that's good or bad. Let me know. But we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3 on the dredge here, where start off with a little flour, do a little buttermilk, and then do some more dredging. Oh yeah, forgot the cayenne. Thanks. This is, I got a text message from my producer, my dad, saying, cayenne? Yeah, you gonna do that? You said you were. All right, we're gonna just put in, I don't know, teaspoon, just to give a little bite. What would I do with that? All right. Get that good. Oh, I can smell that. That's nice. If I start sneezing, I have done that before, just accidentally snorted cayenne pepper. It's not fun. I think we're done with this. You know what, I'm gonna leave it. No, we're done with it. We're done. Okay. Thanks, Pops. Appreciate the help. All right, we're up to 280. Almost there. Let's crank that. Let's get this guy ready to go. I may need more. We'll find it. We'll be okay. I'll at least get this done. All right, don't tip over the camera, Anthony. We're gonna put the finished stuff there. There we go. And then I'm gonna put the cocktail away so I don't break anything. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, let me do this. So at least in the meantime, I can get these guys pre-breaded. This looks like a big accident waiting to happen, doesn't it? I've got this all kind of like just resting on a increasingly hotter oven. I should have just done the chicken, not the beans. This is just buttermilk. Just good buttermilk. Oh, Anna Lee Brown dropped a whole nutmeg bottle and snorted it on accident. That can be bad. Yeah, I can hear that. There we go, buttermilk. Buttermilk's always so weird to me. I mean, I don't know if I just don't use it that much, but you know, it's weird having, yummy. It's weird having like a chunky milk, you know? Normally you think, oh, that's bad. Is this bad? No, sell by August 20th. Okay, all right. Good. Coming up, we're almost 320. Let's get going. So we're doing, what did I say, thighs and legs first. That's right, Safrika. Nothing's gonna go wrong with Mr. PSG in charge. Is he in charge? What's going on? Okay. Make sure nothing's gonna tip. These all feel very loose, but it'll be fine. All right, so that is, let's go with some drumsticks first. Just down, toss them in. Do people do fried chicken normally? Like, have you guys ever done it? I know, you know, frying, breading, and it's fun, but I don't know, let me know. I'm just kind of curious. Okay. Hang tight, little guy. Oh man, it already smells good. That smoked paprika. Oh, see, that's why I like the smoked stuff for this. Because like normal paprika is fine, but I don't know what it tastes like. You know, I always smell it. I mean, I always see the color. That's it. But the smoked stuff, I love. You can use hot Hungarian, you know, paprika for this. That could work. And you might not need as much cayenne. I don't know. I think. Okay. Oh, we're at 320. All right, so these are going to go in for thighs. Are going in for 11 minutes. Oh, these are the drumsticks though for 8 minutes. Okay, perfect. Alexa, 8-minute timer.
8 minutes. Starting now.
They're not really bubbling that much. That's fine. Good, that's what we want. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna just turn on my fan a little bit. Will you let me know if it's really interfering with the sound, and I'll either mute it or turn it down. But I just want to collect some of this oil instead of it getting all the way out of my apartment. So let me know if that's too much noise. Okay, so also all I'm gonna be doing is just regulating the temperature to make sure that it doesn't go way above 320. We're at 330 right now, it'll be okay. And if it is too loud, at me. All right, so I know, I see it in big red. All right, what do we got here? This is a thigh. Or it's a really big breast. That has a bone in it, I know that's a thigh. I broke this bird down just the other day. That's the other thing. I love getting whole birds because then you can use the carcasses for chicken stock, and it's the best chicken stock. I cook it in the same exact pan too, in the pressure cooker. So good. All right, feeling for a bone here. Adapted for it. Okay. Okay, good. If it's quiet, that's great. Nice. It's really just me going. Okay, good. Number 2, that's the other thigh. That's a big thigh. I'm gonna hold off on the breast just for a minute. That ready. Oh man, that cayenne, that paprika smells like, now that it's getting hot, it smells so good. Already, it looks amazing. Can it get any better? We'll find out. Oh, don't stick together. Right, yeah, there you go. You're good now. We don't want to keep the legs together here. Now we're going for it. Okay, good. Minimal splatter, I like it. This is the thing, I wonder if drying it out just a little tiny bit helps with that. I guess that's, you know, we're putting all this stuff on there, so maybe that's what helps with it. But I hope I have enough of this flour mixture to go all the way around. We don't have that much left. I think we'll be okay. I really want to eat this, but I won't. It looks really good, but I'm going to save it for, it'll be so much better fried. This is just a waiting game now. I'm going to try to time it so that I put the beans in. I think they'll go pretty quick, so I'll only put them in maybe right when we drop the breasts in the oil, because those will only take 7 minutes. And I think the beans should take about that long. I think. Yeah, Annalie Brown, frying in the stock pot or in a pressure cooker, like anything this deep it's so perfect because you don't get any splatter. Again, it's narrower diameter. or a smaller diameter, so you have to use less oil. It's great. And I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, like how much oil you need to account for the temperature drop of putting cold chicken in there, but like I overshot this by maybe 10 degrees. So it was 330 when I dropped it in, and it dropped down a few degrees, but it was just fine. Yeah, it's like, do I eat this? Okay, good, we're warming up. It's about 330 again, so I'm just lower the temperature. You just want to kind of keep an eye. It doesn't matter that much, it's just too close. We just don't want it really burning or undercooking. And in all the times that I've done this recipe, these times that I'm using up here, and I'm telling you, they're perfect. And really, what have I done that hasn't been perfect? I think is kind of the theme of today's show. Good, almost there. Yeah, this is good. I kind of like I kind of like fried chicken because it's actually pretty easy. Like day of, it's pretty easy because a lot of the work, I've brined it. That was 12 hours. You know, I broke down the chicken and brined it. That was one exercise. Then I pulled it out and let it air dried in the fridge for 24 hours, which you don't have to. But again, then that's another step that you don't have to think about. And then like just the day of stuff is just this. Question, any cleanup tips? Well, yeah, so that's a great question. I would not put the flour down the drain. I've done that before and it clogs, that's terrible. Just throw that right in the trash. Buttermilk can go down the drain, that's no problem. I don't know, these guys are telling me that the fat bird or whatever, you shouldn't put the oil down the drain. Texture, it's good to see, it has been a while. But so, I don't know, maybe don't do that. I don't know, I usually do put it down the drain with a bunch of with a bunch of soap to help it go down. I haven't had a problem, but they, you know, we got a couple people saying shouldn't do that. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into this. This is new information. And then in terms of the pan, like normally what I do is wait for the oil to cool to room temperature. I dump it, and then I just wash the pan out. So really there's no cleanup tips, like that's it. And then all this is just foil in sheet pans. I just throw that away. It's great. Who else? South Africa, you're asking how to clean up the fried stuff. You find it so hard to get rid of it from the pot. I don't know. I never have any problem like with fried stuff sticking to the pan. This is not a non-stick or anything. It's just a regular, you know, pan. But the fried stuff never sticks. It just like if anything breaks off, it just sticks somewhere else. Or I mean, it doesn't stick. And I just scoop it out with a spider. And actually, then you can eat it because it's so good. So yeah, I don't have stuff sticking. I don't have that issue. And I wonder why you do. Is that maybe your temperature's too low or something? That seems weird, like if it's, you know, if it's sticking. Because it shouldn't really do that. Unless I'm missing something, in which case, tell me. And then we'll do the exercise again. Alexa, stop. Can you guys see this? This is so perfect. It's so beautiful. Oh, I could eat it right. It's gonna be very hot if I did that. Here, look at it. Okay. Let that chill out there. We're gonna drop in our thighs. We're good on temp, 330. What are we doing for thighs? 11 minutes. Alexa, 11-minute timer.
11 minutes. Starting now.
Perfect. No real splatter. Just in case. Gotta protect the beautiful face, that's it. Yeah, I think we're good. This is really the only time you need to worry about any sort of splatter, and that's like what the dry stuff is there to do. It's help absorb it, and then that just browns and cooks. It's so great. So you don't get any splatter. If it was wet, dropping that in there, that's when you get a problem. So, Safka, you mentioned that the temperature, that might be it. That could be. You know, I never get my chicken to 185. That's actually, I think that's 20 degrees higher than even what the FDA recommends, or the USDA. I don't know, whoever suggests that. And even that temperature is just an instant temperature. Like, once it gets to that, that means that everything is dead instantaneously. But if it's at a lower temperature for a longer period of time, then you can achieve the same effect. I mean, that's not texture from a preference standpoint, notwithstanding. So basically, cook it however you like it. But I found that this time and temperature, oil and time, works really well. Nope, we're a little low. Bring it up. More mass from the thighs, maybe dragging it down. 24 karat chicken, yes, you are totally right. Oh God, it's gonna be so good. I feel bad that it's kind of hidden from view here. It's still hidden. That's all right. It'll remain hidden for just a minute, and then we'll do a big reveal here in a moment. I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff prepped and then clean up. All right, let's get these breasts. I do cut the breasts in half, as I mentioned, but in case you're a late joiner, cut the breast in half, top to bottom. Or, no, I make the cut across the middle, if that makes sense. I just find that it's easier to eat, like, especially these, I don't know why, this is like one of those farmy, kind of, you know, granola-ish type places that supplies the chicken, and it's still a very big chicken breast, which is not, you know, most of their stuff is like, ours is heirloom and ages really slowly, but it's tiny, which is fine. But this is just a very large chicken breast from like one of those places. So, okay. Those are some top tips from Station. Oops. Come on, stick. Oh, now it's sticking my fingers instead. There we go. Nope, stick. Gotta make sure it gets on the chicken, not my fingers. Come on. There you go. There we go. Yeah, I think Bill's talking about temperature in there in the comments. The other thing with dark meat too, you can beat up dark meat. Like, I found that I can kind of overshoot it from time and or temperature, and it's still pretty good. But I find that, like, when I cook chicken breast sous vide, there's a big difference between when it's done and when it tastes, or I mean a big difference in texture and preference for me, but very little difference in time and temperature. Like a few degrees make a lot of difference. So I usually undercook my chicken breasts, and then, because I just like them so much more moist. $3.20, good, all right. One last chicken breast, let's go here. Good. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like darker meat kind of more, is it's just easier to cook. You don't have to baby it at all. Again, you can beat it up. The other night, this is a recipe we do a lot, is I broiled them, a bunch of chicken thighs, and you can almost like not even set a timer. You know, you can just kind of like go until they're brown and toasty, and then they're good. Okay. Almost there. Just get the brown stuff up. Okay. Mother, thigh girl, yep. Great. I'm uncomfortable, but that's okay. All right. Get all you back here. Nobody looks back there, right? Nobody's judged me for having a dirty kitchen. Good. Okay, this is the stuff to be cooked. We're just over 330 now. That's right over the hot oven, so we're going to move this just there so you can see it better. My shiny, yeah, because it's hot in here. If your pan is small, you might do one or two at a time instead of what I did. And also to make sure that they don't stick, like I think these guys are want to do. Come on! Give it up, break it up, yeah. 330, a little warm. It's fine, drop it down. I want to eat this so bad right now. Not going to. Okay. It's getting warm in here. I turned off the AC or the fan just in case I was gonna get some, cooked oil smell in here. Which even in a small, especially in a small apartment, I will get a little bit for like a day. But this might take care of some of it. I'm pointing to a fan. I think I've cropped out a frame. That'll take care of some of it, and then we'll just have to deal with it for a day. But it's worth it. This would be a dish perfect for winter when I can open the windows and let like the 20-degree air in. I can't wait for the day. But now it's like 85 degrees out there with another heat wave coming in a few days. Can't wait. It's gonna be great. Francesca, I know, right? The color is so good. That paprika kind of helps. I will admit I'm cheating a little bit. And the cayenne. But the color is great. Alexa, how much time do I have left on my timer, girl? Cool. If anybody does this recipe and is like worried about undercooking it, you can add a minute to it or two if you want, especially for the dark meat. You'll be fine. But I'm taking these temperatures from Thomas Keller, who's done it before, so I trust him. Coochie Girl is asking, is it bad that I put Cajun seasoning on everything? Yes. No, of course not. It's great. I mean, do you like it? If you don't like it and you're putting it on everything, that's probably your problem. I would maybe rethink a lot of your life choices, but if you like it, yeah, put it on. The real color. Oh, saffron. Okay, so here's the deal. This camera is, I have it pretty well calibrated to show life colors. I mean, I'm black in real life. Can't tell that, but no, this like what you're seeing here on the straight ahead camera, on this camera, the one I'm pointing to, that color is real. Pretty close. Like, I'm assuming you're looking at this on a studio color calibrated monitor, but that's is pretty much real. Like, that looks real to me. It's like, that looks pretty close. My notes. No. Yeah, I agree. This makes it look a little more saturated, a little redder. Saratoga, I agree with you. Pink deserves more subs like Frank. Done, dude. But Frank deserves every. He's. You're too sweet, Saratoga. What a great name. I hope that's your real name. I hope your parents actually, you're like Ms. Toga, and your real name is Sarah. That's so perfect. Yeah, Cajun seasoning. You know what? You could, instead of the paprika in here, put in Cajun seasoning. That'd be great. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, we're almost done with this. Oh God, this is gonna be so. My mouth is watering hard. Good. Yeah, Annalie Brown. Does Lorenzo and Grandma Beth make vids? I don't know. I don't know if they do. I'm not really. I don't go on YouTube as much as I should to see. Oh, you know what? Is Beth? She's the white one, right? Because I only asked because I worked with her on a separate gig. It was a commercial for razor scooters. And then that was like before she started doing Epicurean stuff, and I just thought that was the smallest world ever. Was she played like I was a dad, she was the grandma in a razor scooters commercial. That I don't know if it ever made it to air, but it was yeah, it was really cool. All right, time's up. Alexa, stop. We get it. Oh man, this is even browner and redder. Oh god, that looks so good. What are we doing for breaths? 340 for 7 minutes. We're almost there. Oh, it's still kind of steaming. Oh my, it looks so good. I tell you, this is, you need to do this more. If you don't already fry chicken, everybody should fry chicken, and everybody should fry a lot of it. Assuming you like chicken. Even if you don't, I think this might turn you into a fan. Almost there. Okay. So let's do the small guys. Yeah, Saratoga, who doesn't love fried chicken? That's a good point. I should... Maybe that's why I really wanted to go with the crowd pleaser for my first video back from vacation. Like, who doesn't love fried chicken? They probably wouldn't join a fried chicken live stream if they didn't love it. Oh, Annalie Brown, yeah, Ketchup Girl was making vids. I think she just made another one. I haven't seen it yet. I do need to check it out. She's funny. All right, we're good. Alexa, 7-minute timer. Boop.
7 minutes. Starting now.
That's a big breast half. That might be part of the shoulder too. I may not have cut off, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, right at the 40, coming in perfect. Linguophile. Fried chicken is okay. I always prefer baked chicken. You know, I knew there was something wrong with you. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I used to think the same thing. Only because I never really had good fried chicken. You know, like KFC, okay, you know. But this, I think this blows that away. Again, I'm definitely biased towards greatness. But that's just my thought. Okay, so we dropped 10 degrees. So that's, all right, so now we know. Like one entire large chicken, or one chicken breast half, you know, one side, will drop that amount of oil 10 degrees. I think that's okay then. We'll be fine. All right. But baked chicken, linguophile, have you tried sous vide chicken as opposed to baked chicken? Because I only ask because you can kind of get the same effect without losing any moisture, and you can lock it in, not worrying about overcooking it at all. Just ask, just curious. All right. I want that now. I should have done like a coleslaw, something kind of punchy to go with this, but I had some green beans, that's all I had. So you guys have to deal with it. Okay, almost there. You guys are too kind for those kind words. Linguophile, you say that you try not to use plastic to cook. Is that because you don't want to like contribute to garbage and stuff, or you don't want any plastic in your cooking workflow? I ask only because I think for like a stocking stuffer or for Christmas this year, I got a reusable sous vide bag. That's all. That's the only reason I asked. Let me know. Almost there. Stay on target. Star Wars fans? Anyone? Nope. Red 5 standing by? Nope. Okay. Am I getting shiny? Can you tell? It's warm in here. I've got a 500-degree oven. No AC, no fan, nothing. This fan, but I can't. the things I do for you people. Happily, I might add. Most of the time. Starting to get a little surly now that my cocktail's worn off. Alexa, how much time do I have left on my timer?
You have 3 minutes and 2 seconds left on your 7-minute timer.
I didn't hear a word she said. It's not done yet. So, almost done. I should have done a little timer thing or like an egg timer. I try to keep the gadgets, you know, out of here. Jesse Barreto says, well, hello to you as well. I'm glad that you love my appearances on Epi. I love that you love them. Yeah, I hear you on not having a hood fan and like the oil smell. I get it. It is, unless you can go like outside and do it. I wonder, you know, if you could find like an outdoor electrical outlet or something and use a little, what do they call it? It's the hot plates things. That might be a way you could do it. Or like, oh, maybe camping or over a propane stove or something. If you can get outside. I don't know what your situation is. If you have a backyard, that might work. But I totally hear you. I hear you. Plastics leach out chemicals when they're heated. Well, yeah, but how else are you gonna grow big muscles and stuff? You need those chemicals from the plastic, lingophile. Jesse Barreto makes pan-fried chicken or schnitzel katsudo. Oh, dude, yes, pounded thin, breaded, bam, so good. Oh, I could totally, yeah, that might be a nice second best. I wonder what would happen if you tried using the same, we should do this one time, the same battering technique with the kind of the flavored flour, buttermilk, and then flavored flour. So it's kind of like a double-coated schnitzel. Yes, induction stove is another word for it. But I used to have one, it was electric. Yeah, it was induction. Induction stove, thank you. That's it. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie was the answer we were looking for today. Okay, almost there. And then our last one. What koi flow, what does Nashville hot style mean? I feel like I just said a dirty phrase and I didn't know it. The Japanese style, I think they call that karage. Okay? Well, it's different. Different conversation. Anthony, say it. Did my timer go off and I didn't know? She would have told me. Almost there. Okay, now we're going above 340, so I'm going to dial it back. Come on. We're good. Alexa, how much time is left on my timer? 10 seconds. Close enough for me. Let's get going. Dear Lord in heaven, that looks amazing. Alexa, stop. Good, thank you. All right, last one. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna need you to stay there. Pardon me just one moment. Okay, perfect. Good, that's going. Let's get the beans in. Okay. Saratoga, yours, you like the browning on this, but yours has charcoal bits on it. That could be kind of good. I don't know. Okay, let's do this.
All right, so this broiler has been going the entire time. I probably didn't need to have it heating up the entire time. Maybe that's why I'm so hot. We're just gonna do it. I don't know what time. I usually do this like 5-7 minutes, something like that. We'll find out. Five-minute timer. This way, at least I can tell you how long it takes. Okay, we'll do that. That's where they'll go. Oh no, they're probably gonna go here. Tongs. No, my tongs are dirty. Dirty, dirty tongs. No, they're not. They're just not where I thought they would be. I have a hammer, but no tongs. Hold on. Found him. Quick washeroo. Done. Oh, completely CR. How did I prepare the beans? Olive oil and salt. That's it. They were just washed, and my wife trimmed off like the tips, and then I tossed them in a bowl with a little bit of olive oil, a generous amount of salt, and that was it. You could add other flavors if you want. Well, actually, we are going to. I'm gonna add some grated ricotta salata on top, which is, it's like a sheep milk version of ricotta. It's not like ricotta. It's at all like regular ricotta. It's dry, salted sheep's milk, but it's made from the whey from another sheep. That doesn't matter. It's just a little bit tangy, a little bit funky, mostly tangy and salty, and super good. And we're gonna just grate that on top. Oh, my pot handle's in an unsafe direction. Yes, Robic, yeah, it is. I bump it, my giant belly. Oh no. I do, it's weird that you mention that. Have I mentioned that before? That's like one thing I remember seeing from like a how-to thing when I was a kid, and it was like on PBS or something, and they're like, make sure if you have kids at home to point the handle inwards. And now I think about that every time. I don't do anything about it. I just think about it. Yeah, Koi Flow, they're probably, or I think Jesse Barreto's right, all the hand washing things are probably edited out. We're not editing anything here. This is real, honest cooking. Completely CR. Yes, it is a bit like feta, but it's drier. So where feta still has some moisture and some like a little bit of a spongy kind of bounce to it, ricotta salata is much drier, so you can easily grate it. And it does have a nice little melt to it as well, like when it hits something hot, which is what we'll have on the beans. Perfect. Like I could crumble feta for this dish and that would still be good. I just couldn't grate it. But yeah, pretty close. Okay. I need to get my plate ready too. Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
No, I'm not trying to set.
I don't have a timer set? Well, I know that I at least put a 5-minute timer here for the beans, and that was probably 2 minutes into this. Whoops. Does anybody know how long we've been cooking this batch of breasts? It's okay if you weren't doing my job. Saratoga, I will. I'll keep safe. You keep safe as well in the Philippines. Salamat for joining. Appreciate it. Oh, 5 minutes is up for those beans. That means this is probably up. I don't want to overcook these. Yeah, I think we're good. That's about the same color. Plus, if it's undercooked, I'll just bite into it. I'll bite into another one, not tell you. And if it's overcooked, you know what I mean. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. I'll eat this at a later time. That's what I meant. Thank you, CR, complete CR. I think we're good. I'll let you know. Okay, so here's the deal with these beans. I don't want them to go too much longer because I don't want them to cook. Give me 1 second while I make some room here. But they're not as brown as I wanted. I don't know if they were, maybe I have them a little bit closer sometimes. Lord knows the broiler was heated up way long enough. So, can you see that? They're not, like there is some nice browning, but I kind of like them when they have a little more char to it. But for the sake of this, I don't want them to get mushy. And for the sake of the show, I'm not gonna put them back in. Perfect. Oh, you scrolled back. Thanks, Anna Lee Brown. I appreciate that. And October Norris, yes, enjoy making your chicken. I know, Francesca, Alexa should have notified me that I hadn't asked her for you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That I didn't ask her for a timer. There we go. Okay, let's finish these up. How many cocktails has Mr. Pink Shirt Guy had? None of your business. I've had enough. Okay. Good. All right, now, move this out of the way so we can all see. Can you see kind of what's happening there? Okay, good. Close enough. Bear with me just a moment. I'll put that back into your field of view momentarily. Let me get this out of the way. I need like a prop master or somebody from set, a PA to come by and like whisk all this stuff away and then also clean it. Where's my small grater? Did I use that today too? Anthony, boy. I did, but I only use it for Parmesan, so I know this is clean. Ooh, pink socks, Annalie Brown. I should get some of those. The closest I have is just another pink towel. And obviously, pink underwear. Obviously. This is ricotta salata, so it kind of, it's got a little spongy give to it. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of bright. Boop, boop. No, you can't really tell, but it grates up nicely. Francesca Maria is asking, would I ever put 2 pots of oil on the stove? I mean, I could. I wouldn't really want to, I think. I don't know, it depends on what I'm doing. Like I know that I needed 2 different temperatures for this and in order to get stuff out faster, yeah, I could. But I would rather, like some of those pieces are still good 10 minutes after they've cooled. They're really good. And the next morning, don't tell my wife I told you this, but the morning after I cook fried chicken, we usually like hover right here and just eat it because it's such a great way to start the day. Right, I'm just gonna toss these a little bit. So yeah, I might put 2 pots. Even if I was serving friends, I think I would still just do one, to limit the amount of work. And I say that. Who knows? I'm not opposed to the idea. And I'll do a little more on top, just for some garnish. Perfect. Okay, let's wrap this cheese and then wrap it up. Yeah, Francesca's asking, on the Epi videos, do they get you everything you need and clean up? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, they come out with all the ingredients, like for the 4 levels ones, they come out with all the ingredients for that step. And then all I do is just sit here and explain what I'm doing, like, and then I add the flour and I dump in a pre-measured quantity of flour and the salt. And it's so great. It's so amazing. And then for like the basic skills challenges, there's a gal who comes over, drops, you know, a brand new clean cutting board off, rearranges all the tools, and then I step back up, do whatever skill that is. I go back, they do all, they're so good. They're so well organized. They're great. Okay, let's try this. Oh, man, that is perfect. Can you see this now? Nope. No. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back to the regular one. Here we go. Yeah, these are, they're so perfect because they just have a tiny bit of crunch left to them. Oh, you don't feel like you're eating mush, you know? You feel like you're eating cooked beans. And the ricotta salata fills in whatever gaps of seasoning that I may or may not have missed in the salt. Lauren, I hear you scrambling around. Would you like another glass of wine?
Sure.
What color, my dearest?
I'll have white. Is the white open?
White is still open. I'm gonna have pink. Because obviously. Okay. Let's get some wine going here. I need a glass of wine. Let's get the chicken.
It's like 900 degrees in here.
Yeah, I turned off the fan just so that the oil wouldn't get in the fan. We could probably turn it back on now.
It's up to you. Aren't you hot?
I'm burning up.
Okay. We're doing some air.
Yeah, air would be great. Thank you. I am frying in here.
81.
81 degrees. I had the AC on. I got it down to 68 right before I turned on the camera. So we moved up. Oh my God. Okay, there's some Chardonnay. I'm gonna chug this rosé. Hold on. All right, we're gonna dig in here. I'm gonna show you, is the close-up view better? Is this for eating the actual chicken? I think so. We're gonna close with this. This is, let's find out how good this is. It's not gonna be a matter of, is it good? It's a matter of how much. Yes, this is great. Oh, it was everything I was hoping. Oh my God. This chicken is so tasty that the salt from the brine, it's seasoned absolutely perfectly. And then this is my favorite part. This like little crunchy piece here. Oh my God. Come on. That is so good. Okay. Yeah, I'm very thankful I have AC, but yeah, I hear you on having to leave the windows open if you don't. Selamat datang to you, Indonesian Dave. Glad to see you're here and alive. All right, let's have one more bite. Can you hear this crunch? Oh, so good. All right, I don't have the whole thing because my wife's staring at me right now like, give me some or die. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're done. This is it. We're back. Pots and Pandemics. I got to figure out the schedule. I don't know if it's going to be a daily thing. It's not going to be a daily thing yet because I need to plan ahead a little bit here. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe. You can, anytime you see one of these little notification things, you'll get the little, sign up for the little bell to notify you. My newsletter is how I'm going to be notifying people about this since I don't do social media anymore. At least, Instagram and Twitter, I'm not on those. So yeah, YouTube, subscribe if you want to see more of these. And if you have, thank you. That's all I can say, really. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying healthy. I'm very appreciative that you joined in with this live today. This has been so much fun. Okay, take care. Indonesian Dave, thank you for promoting my channel. I really appreciate it. Craig Henderson, thanks so much for joining. I missed you. I missed everyone. Ravik, God, so good. And new people, completely CR, good to see you there. Yeah, Francesca Maria, so good. Good to see you guys again. Okay, I need to go pour myself a glass of wine, finish off this leg of chicken, and cool down. All right, until next time. Oh, you know what? I need the outro song, which I actually have. I don't have that for my podcast yet. I gotta work on that. I'll get there. Nope, that's not it. Where are we going here? Nope. There we go. All right, thanks again. Thanks so much for joining me. I gotta just buy time until I hit the end stream button. But yeah, you guys are so, I love that you're here. Okay, bye, see ya.